with us tonight. We've got a lot of people out there already. We also have the VE6 IDK repeater out of Spruce Grove and the VE3 PGC repeater out of out of Cornwall, Ontario. There. Thanks everybody for being out here. Let me just pause for any emergency traffic. Okay, before we get into summer fun there, are there any quick time check-ins, any quick check-ins, any fast in and outs? Please come now. Okay, nothing heard. No short-term check-ins. I also use NetLogger. So for those that may have NetLogger, you can monitor the net. We'll monitor the folks that are checking in. That's how I keep track on who's coming in as we go on. All right. The way this net runs, we have 3 rounds. The first round is a topic of the day. The second round is what you're doing for the weekend. And keep those pens and paper handy because we have a lot of things that we discuss. And at the end of the net, you guys get to talk to each other with some cross traffic there. A little rag chew at the end. All right, that's how we're going to do it. So the topic today is not I wasn't going to make it about ham radio, but no, I'm not. I'll keep to it, and then we'll talk about the other stuff after the fact. Okay, the topic of today is what do you do in the summertime besides radio? I know radio gets a little sparse along the summertime. So what do people have on the go in the summertime that may take them away from radio? We're going to start at the top of the list there with NX3F. NX3F, come on in. When you come in, folks, come in with your call sign, your name, your call sign, your QTH, how long you've been a ham, and then what you do for the summer that's not radio. Let's go.
Yeah, okay, good evening to everybody on that. This is NX3F. My name is Alan Alpha Lima Echo November QTH, Temple Hills, Maryland. Been licensed since 1972. Let's see. Well, in the summertime, not ham related. I guess like walk, ride bicycle, cut the grass, of course. Let me see. Like go swimming, even at my age. Doing things like that. Back to net control. This is NX3F.
NX3F, good to have you out there as usual. Yeah, it's always good to be poolside, and that's I heard it's a good body workout. I only just play around in the water, and I have to have my chest out the water for me to get in it. If I can't stand up in it and the water doesn't touch my shoulders, I don't get in it at all. That's right. I'm scared of the water. Good to have you out there, and stick around. And good to have you as a frequent person on our nets on Friday nights there. We'll break with you now and pick it up with KG5FI. Come on in.
Good evening. This is KG5FI. Name is Jack. Live in Sunset, Texas. And, all right, I think I got my first ham license in 1983. And what do I do in the summer? I've been retired 20 years. On Wednesdays, I help my wife vacuum, and she likes to try to clean the house in one whole day, and it wears her out. So I've been vacuuming the whole house for her to save her that grief. So that's on Wednesdays. Thursday night's garbage day. And other than that, I cut a lot of grass. I've got some acreage. I live out in the woods. Well, the grass cutting seems to be never ending, and we've gotten a lot of rain. old. The other grandson's 19. But our one grandson is up in Potomac, Maryland. So we go up there quite often and visit. In fact, my wife's going next week and is going to babysit. We don't even know for how long. Probably at least a week, if not more. And our other grandson's in Lidditz, Pennsylvania. So we get up there quite a bit. And I do wildlife photography, and I travel a good bit of the country at different times of the year to go out and chase some animals and take some pictures. So that's about it. And back to you, Ernest. And I want to offer my thanks again for you doing this, Matt, KG5FI.
KG5FI in the group. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor returning. My goodness. You have a long list of stuff. Yeah, and with the grass, we have been having rain here in our area. Here in I live in St. Andrews, West Ontario, but it's just right outside of Cornwall, Ontario, Canada. And I'm telling you, it seems like it's been raining at least once or twice during the week since, like, I can't remember. Like after the snow melts, it seems like it just rains all the time. Have a lot of green grass, that's for sure. No fires this side. I don't know how that would happen because it's so wet in places. But we've been enjoying the rain. I know the farmers have. We have lots of farmers around here, so they've been doing it. But about the grass cutting, I only have an acre and a half. I don't even think we have 2 acres. But by the time I mow the grass, which is not so bad with the Kubota, with the 60-inch cutting blade there, that's not so bad. But when I start trying to weed eat, by the time I go from one side to the other, the grass is already ready to cut on the other side. So it seems like it never ends. So there's always something to do. That's for doggone sure. Thank you so much. Okay, look, we're going to break with you, and we're going to pick it up with Victor Alpha 3, Papa Zulu Alpha. Hey, Michelle, come on in, our new ham.
Well, hello there, VA3EWZ and the group. Yes, this is VA3EZA. It's good to be here tonight. I finally got EchoLink, obviously, and so I'm trying it out, so I'm happy to be here. Summertime was fun. One of the things I love to do is kayaking, not whitewater kayaking, just calm, flat water, level 1 kayaking. And I have, because I live in downtown Ottawa and I don't have a lot of space, I actually have an oar-wheel folding kayak, so I can fold it up into a suitcase size. It's about 26 pounds. I sometimes take it on public transit, I sometimes take it by car. And there's lots of lovely spots to put in here in my city. So that's something I love to do in the summertime. Okay, well that's it for me. Turning it back over to you, Ernest. So this is the A3 today.
Man, it's so good to hear you on the air there. What are you talking on today for your EchoLink? Is it a phone, tablet? Are you going through the web? Because I know you can go through an internet browser or a PC. How are you connecting with us today through EchoLink? Over.
So I'm using an iPad, but I also installed it on my iPhone. I think it's kind of nifty to be able to have hand radio in my pocket. Over.
Roger. And that was one of the things I was going to talk about today, but I wanted to keep it non-ham related. But you know what? Hey, I run the net, so I guess I can kind of cheat. But I'll save it for the end because so keep that in mind. I wanted to talk about different modes because I know that today, if you go and look at, let me just go and look at it now and see what it's actually called. If you look at band conditions, you can get to that from QR. There's all kinds of ways to look at band conditions, but it says 80 to 40, poor, day and night. 30 to 20, poor, 17, 15, poor, 12 to 10, poor. The indexes are through the roof there. The K index, the A index, and the SFI, they're just brutal. So if you only do HF or anything like that and you have no other modes because, well, for whatever reason, you're not talking to anybody. That's when people say the bands are dead. But we're quite alive here tonight on EchoLink. Thanks for being out here. All right. Anyone on the VE6 IDK repeater? VE6 IDK out of Spruce Grove, Alberta. Anybody on VE6 IDK? Okay, let's check in. Let's check in with our VE3 PGC repeater in Cornwall. Anyone in the Cornwall area wishing to check in, please come now. Okay, next on our list is Victor Echo 7 Charlie Yankee. Victor Echo 7 Charlie Yankee. It's also great to have so many Canadian stations on this evening. I love our American stations too, but it's good to have a couple Canadian stations on. Good to have you in there, Ray. Come on in, Ray.
Good evening, good afternoon from Vancouver. The name is Ray. You got that? Call sign Victor Echo 7 Charlie Yankee and Victor Echo 8 Romeo Alpha Yankee. I'm talking to you on my iPhone. I've been licensed since 1969. HF only, nothing above 30 megahertz. The 7300 to an L4B to a TH3 at 50 feet. And I concur, HF bands are not in great condition. And I wasted time in the last couple of months doing some woodworking in the house and didn't get on the air too much. Anyway, that's the story. The E7CY.
VE7CY, good to have you out there, Ray, and I hope to hear you back on here again. Yeah, woodworking, that's pretty good. I watch it on TV and stuff like that, and I found out that woodworkers have a lot of different tools to make things happen. My wife watches a couple of shows on TV where people are doing woodwork, and it's not so complicated when you have all the tools. I guess it's just years and years of gathering all the tools to get something done. So good for you, Ray, being out there and keeping on top of it. We'll break with you now, and we'll pick it up with Kilo Bravo 6, Juliet Foxtrot Lima, my friend Robert out of Bakersfield. Come on in, Robert. How are you doing this evening?
Yeah, good evening, Katie. It's Bell at Bakersfield, California. Well, it's not so hot today. It's only 92 degrees, but we're back over 100 this weekend. So, anyway,
What?
other than the bands, we get those, except for 3 days ago, 17 meters out here, 17 meters FT8 out here the other day was unreal. I was having Asia, Europe, South America, and Australia. In other words, all continents, all at the same time on 17 meters 3 days ago. Of course, and then ever since then, and the week before that, forget. Anyway, thank goodness for satellite.
Telling you.
Let me break here for a second. Okay. Thank goodness for satellite contact, but outside of the ISS, since so hot, I've been doing it indoors on the 991A. And outside of the ISS, the other ones, it's been very, very hard because of the solar noise has even trucks and nose except for the ISS. So, other than that, back to you, JSF.
Well, it's definitely good to have you out there. And 100, I don't know if you can see me or not. Some people are joining us on YouTube there. We have 3 people in the house on YouTube. Dale's out there, by the way, saying hello to everyone. And he says, thanks for taking my call earlier today. So that's good. I was out there having some photo fun in the bleak conditions. Dale, W5, Whiskey 5, Delta, Sierra Lima, the DSL. Yeah, I remember you. Remember the call sign out there. So good to have you in the log again. If you're out there on YouTube, though, I see 3 people out there. Put your call sign into your name. We'll give you a shout out. Okay, we have finished with Robert there. We're gonna pause for the cause. Check one more time for the VE6 IDK repeater and the VE3 PGC repeater. Anyone on those repeaters wishing to check in, please come now. Okay, nothing heard. Let's pick it up with a new call sign I'm not familiar with. Kilo 6, Oscar Echo X-ray, Kenneth. We have this net every Friday night, 8 o'clock, come range or shine. It's on EchoLink to just promote that. I have so many friends that are HOAs, retirement communities, or young people in apartments, and it just makes it a little bit easier for them to communicate on EchoLink there. We have 3 rounds on the net. The first round has a topic. So the topic today is, what do you do in the summertime besides radio? I know a lot of people slow down on the radio in the summertime. That's what I've been told, and pick it up in the cooler months. Well, it's cooler months here. I'm sitting here in a sweater because it was 16 degrees outside there, Celsius, all day long today. So come on in there. KK6, Oscar Echo X-ray. Okay, and EchoLink is pretty new for people. So if you're trying to figure it out, don't worry about it. That's what I'm here for. So we'll come back to you later on. Kilo 6, Oscar Echo X-ray, Kenneth there out of Fountain Valley, California. Yeah, folks, some people aren't used to how to get EchoLink working on the tablet or the cell phones or the PC and stuff like that. And I have good patience. So you come to the right place. All right. We're at the bottom of the list. Looks like it. So we'll start back at the top there with NX3F. So what's your plans for the weekend, Mr. Allen?
Yeah, okay. Sorry about that. I hit the wrong switch here. This is NX3F. Okay, yeah, weekend. Yeah, I've got to play at a concert tomorrow. Group I play with, we got a concert we got to do tomorrow afternoon, and we'll probably get home probably in the early evening and just chill out. Oh, and it's Father's Day, so I want to wish everybody with the father on here happy Father's Day, and I believe that my wife has got a little something specially planned for me, so that'll be real cool. Yes, sir. Just to make a comment, KG5FI Jack down in Texas. Now he has a grandson that's in Potomac, Maryland. Yeah, we're about 25 miles from Potomac, Maryland, across the Beltway. But we've been very familiar with Potomac, so that's really nice to come up and visit him. That's really cool. Alrighty, I think that's about it. So back to you there, Ernest. I'll be hanging in here for a little bit. Oh, we got the storms coming through here. We had really high humidity here today, and these storms are rolling through here now. No rain yet, but I suspect we're going to get some rain. The temperature was I think it was in the 90s here today. So high humidity, high. Back to you, Ernest. BA3EW NX3F.
NX3F in the group, Victor Alpha 3, Echo Whiskey Victor returning. Hey, you said hi, and in my CW Ops class last night, the guy was telling us, he was teaching us all the, we're supposed to have learned all of our letters by now. This one here, this guy here doesn't have them all. I can't, I know how to send them all, but I can't hear them all. But it goes with the territory. But he told me that it's not LOL and CW. is high. So that's pretty cool. So I don't have my radio in here, but I can do high on the CW. Okay, Mr. Allen, I hope you have some fun. Yes, it is Father's Day weekend. And I do have a funny story. Let me pause and I'll be right back with a funny story there. Well, actually, it's only funny to me. But before we get into the funny story, I got a chance to have a short QSO this afternoon with Whiskey 5 Bravo November Lima. And he had a second operator with him as well. And I was so happy to hear them because I had been out there for a month of Sundays just trying to get 10 QSOs on sideband. And it just wasn't happening. And, I always try to do sideband first because it's faster with me. I can really, the pile-ups and stuff like that. Well, nothing was piling up today. I was so glad to hear them, though. They had a great signal. Then I switched to FT8. And that's what I was going to talk about later on today, having options. Switched over to FT8 and FT4, worked a little bit of those, and was able to have 50 QSOs at both parks. Had it not been for that digital mode, I would have gotten the POTA park activated because you only need 10, but both parks were worldwide for a funnel, which you need 44. And, I'm a keener, so I had to go for 50. So it hadn't been for that mode. And I'm going to tell you, it was hard because some people go, oh, yeah, it's just like you're shooting fish in a barrel. Well, that's a big, I almost said big ass barrel, but I didn't. Because that would have to be a big barrel because I was still struggling. About an hour and a half, 2 hours in each park just to get 47 contacts. Okay, where are we? So we just broke with Mr. Allen there. Let's see if anybody has come in the door. Don't see anybody new in the door. Let's pick it up with KG5FI. Mr. Jack, what's going on this weekend? You having any celebrations? Mr. Allen said it's Father's Day weekend.
KG5FI here. We just talked about that while we're eating dinner tonight. That's just my wife and I and our dog. Our big celebration on Father's Day, she's going to make rhubarb strawberry pie, which is
that's what I'm talking about.
One of my favorites to have. And she said, "You want to do anything else?" I said, "No, that'd be it. That'd be great." So we're going to just enjoy a pie that she's going to make. I'm sure someplace in there I'm going to put in some POTA time. Yesterday with POTA, I was doing FT8, and my gosh, I just spent maybe 2.5 hours total. I just wrote some numbers down, 49 and 36, so that's 85 contacts, 20 meters and 40 meters. And it was just one right after another. And I saw the band thing on QR said, show pour. But it worked for me. I couldn't get to Florida from Texas. But gosh, I got up Montana, Washington, all over California, Arizona, the Northeast, not Florida. Couldn't finish contacts there. And I think I've told you in the past, I'm one of the examiners with a volunteer examiner organization, WM7X. This morning we tested a 10-year-old girl for her extra, which is the top license here
What?
in the United States. 10-year-old girl, and her score was in the 40-something out of 50. Unbelievable.
Wow.
And she just zipped right through that test. Back to you. Oh, and for barrel anchor,
yes.
I get up there quite a bit. 2 weeks ago, I went up in the harpsichord up to my daughter's house in the U-Haul, and that short travel. I forgot the name of the highway, but where all the construction's going on. It's only about 9 miles to get up to the road to turn. I was scared to death of that. Luckily, it was a Sunday and the traffic wasn't so bad. So back to the net, KG5FI.
KG5FI and the group, Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor returning. Man, you got it going on. I love it. Lots of stuff going on. Harpsichord, that's I was like, whoa. I remember dabbling a little bit on that in university. We had a harpsichord in our music education building. That was kind of cool. Yeah, 40 and 20 working the FT8. When it says pour, that's when I break out the FT8 because to me it's so slow, right? I don't use it as a first line of. That's not the first thing I break out the at the ammo box, but I don't leave home without it. You don't want to get yourself in a situation because I read on those POTA websites all the time. Oh, I spent gas. Well, they don't say they spent gas, but you know what? They don't just beam there. They have to drive. They have to drive there. It's drive time. So it's time, it's money, it's equipment, it's getting out of the house if you don't have a good XYL or a partner that supports that. So you have to go through all those changes. So the last thing you want to do is go out there and get a big goose egg, or you get 9 or 10 contacts. You've been out there half a day. So good for you, raking in the contacts there. Yeah, not so easy for this side, but sometimes I'm doing a lot. Like right now, I'm doing a lot of historic sites. Let me recycle here for a second. So Michelle's here today. Victor Alpha 3, Papa Zulu Alpha. She's in Ottawa, Ontario, the nation's capital there. And I've been going through the nation's capital, and I'm going to do it for the rest of the month, doing historic sites. I work on a street called Elgin Street, and it's just four corners are just very, very, very tall skyscrapers, right? So I'll be out there in front of a historic site trying to just do anything, and you hear the bus noise in the radio. It's just a mess. So trying to get out on sideband is so hard. And if you go to FT8, you can kind of get some contacts out there, so that's good. Well, anyway, that's enough of me, Joe Jabbering. Thank you, KG5FI. Tell XYL I said hello. Also, my wife loves that strawberry rhubarb. I tried the rhubarb strawberry stuff, and yeah, I was like, give me something else. It's tart. Okay, hold on. All right, enough of me yakking my mouth there. Let's bring it up there with Michelle, Victor Alpha 3, Papa Zulu Alpha. And if you can increase your volume a little bit, Michelle, that'll be great.
Well, hello everyone. Yeah, I don't know where the microphone is on my iPad, so I apologize. I don't have much else to say other than I am jealous of all of you doing POTA. As Ernest mentioned, I'm in Newham. I have had my amateur license for less than a month, and while I do have a little D2 FT70, which is a 2-meter and 70-centimeter radio portable, I'm saving up to get a POTA kit to assemble an HF, take with me POTA radio and antenna kit and battery pack. So I can't do that yet, but I'm getting there slowly but surely. And my rhubarb story, I love rhubarb too, and because I live downtown, I don't have a garden, but someone in my neighborhood has a garden, and they never do anything with the rhubarb. They have a giant rhubarb patch, and it just goes to weed over the summer. So my husband and I usually help ourselves to a couple of stalks now and then, and no one seems to notice. Well, that's it for me. Back to you, VA3WV. This is VA3PZA.
VA3PZA, glad to have you out there and hope to have you continue to be out there with us. News flash though, I'm back in Ottawa, full time in the office until we start dispersing, and then I'll be 3 days a week in the office there. So anytime after work there, I'm off by 6. There's so many places just around your feet there. You're blessed that being in there in Ottawa. I forgot to count, but it's something like 30 parks, historic sites, and things like that just around the Ottawa area. Some that, those little orange scooters, I'm going to do a video next week of me getting one of those orange scooters and driving from the, I'm right across the street from City Hall there. And luckily for me, Confederation Park, which is a Poto Park, is not a WWFF, but it is a Poto Park right across the street from my work, 3-minute walk. Up the hill from that is the National Arts Center on the right-hand side of the road. In the middle, where the Y is, there's I forget, but anyway, it's a historic. The War Memorial is right there in the middle of the street, and then right to the right of that, left of that, is the Chalmers, is some type of historic site there. Then, as you know, right up the hill is the Parliament, so the grounds of the Parliament. So I'm going to. So, I mean, that's 4 parks right there. And let me tell you guys, if you go to the POTA website and you type in Ottawa, or if you can go to Ottawa and look or find it, those parks are not even like you're at Chalmers. Let me pause. So you're at the Chalmers historic site. You're set up there, and you're looking at 4 polo parks across the street. So what I was doing, what I will be doing, I'm going to try to set up my radio, and I have a little wagon. So I'm just going to set up the radio where it can be on in the wagon, and I'll just sit on my chair, put my antenna up, do 50 contacts, don't turn anything off, take the 8 steps across the street. Well, not in the cross street, it's a Y, and then I'll set up there at the very tip of the War Memorial, do 50 contacts there, don't turn a thing off, and 2 seconds later, I'll cross the street and do National Arts Center, and then take a 3-minute walk down the hill to Confederation Park. That's how you do it. And I think I'll just have the little orange scooter and put a rope around the back of it and pull my wagon down the hill. So yeah, Michelle, all you have to do is put some time to the side. You can go out there with me. Over.
Well, as the kids say, that sounds like a plan, Pakistan. So I look forward to doing that soon with you.
Roger, Roger. There, some of the friends were making fun of me, called me the Pota King. So I'm like, not a chance. I see some of those guys. They put out some heavy time out there. Well, thank you for being out there. Let's see where we're at now on our list. Let me bring up the my thing so I can keep track here, because I'm sitting there running my mouth and I'm losing track of what's going on here. Let's see. I have to find out where I'm at. Give me a second, folks. Give me a second. All right. I'm back in the shack there. We got it going on. Okay, I think we talked to Jack, KG5FI. Let me see. I've lost my place. Yeah, KG5FI we talked to. Victor, we talked to Mr. Allen, then KG5FI, then Michelle. Okay, we got it. Yeah, so it's time for me to ask, is anybody on the VE6IDK or VE3 PGC repeaters wishing to check in? Please come now. Okay, nothing heard. Kilo Bravo 6, Juliet Foxtrot Lima. Come on in. What you doing on the weekend there? Over.
Yeah, anyway, looks like the VHF contest is what's on my agenda for this weekend. Starts tomorrow at 1800 hours and UTC time, of course, and that'll keep me busy for the weekend. I always, the last 3 years, I won it for San Joaquin Valley, so first place. So 3 years from San Joaquin Valley, which it's a pretty big valley from Bakersfield all the way up to Northern California there. So other than that, that's what's going to keep me busy and staying inside trying to keep cool because it's going to be, like I said, over 100 degrees again. This will be our third heat advisory of the year, over 100 degrees. We're not even into the hot part of the year. So other than that, and of course, I'll flip in a few satellite contacts in between.
I hear that. Yep, I got to get my stuff together. I keep saying it, but man, there's so much to do in radio, right? I'm like, oh my God. I'm trying to focus, and my teacher gave me that look. I have to get some more practice in there. So I can't take on anything new in radio, that's for sure right now. And another friend's like, oh, APRS, and another friend's like WinLink, and another friend's like, um, all this stuff. There's so much stuff to do in radio. You can never get bored. You never have enough money either if you want to keep up with it. All right, thank you there. And I hope you guys get some cool weather. Like I said, I'm sitting here in the house in a sweater, um, outdoors. I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit, but it's 16 degrees outdoors, whatever that is. Ask Google, it'll tell you. All right, who are we? Where are we at now? I'm not a good net control today. I'm just so excited. So many people are out here. I'll keep losing my place. VE6. No, that's a repeater. Victor Echo 7 Charlie Yankee. Come on in.
Okay, folks, from the E7CY, just sitting here listening 10 minutes to dinner, so I'll make this my final and listen for a few minutes after that. Father's Day, well, both of my children and the grandchildren live in Toronto, so I won't be seeing them, and my wife is probably going to make a nice filet mignon steak and a lobster tail and some garlic mashed potatoes.
Oh, come on now. Come on now.
And I also want to put the finishing touches to my website at ve7cy.com and complete the list of all the tools and equipment that I should be selling, not using anymore. And that's about it. Nice to meet everybody. I wish you all a happy weekend, and we'll see you around from E7CY in Vancouver.
All right, let's take a look at that. I think I have your website up here. I'm going to share that and share it on the YouTube as well. VE7CY plus VE8RAY, VE7CY.com. So he does have some stuff to sell there, just to let you guys know. Great page there. And let's help him get some of the stuff out of his shack that he's not that he doesn't need. Yep, that's what we want to do. Guys, this is a very nice website there. Looking at all your parts and pieces and stuff like that. I don't know what half of it is. I'm one of those newfangled hams that just talk. My shack is just a nice little TV, coffee pot, bar fridge, lots of drinks and stuff like that. Nice, some comfortable seating, and there's no tools in this shack. No tools. I'll have a toolless shack. Anyway, I'll get better as time goes by. Thank you for being out there, and good to have you good to have you out there. So I think we've gotten to the bottom of the list. One more call for VE3 PGC and VE6 VE6 IDK repeaters. Please come now. Okay, I saw that we got a new something else had popped up on the screen there. It caught me off guard. VA6. I think we've had VA6 JIC already on. Let me just change screens here and see. No, we have not. So welcome. Yeah, no, I don't have you on the log there. Let's pull you up 1 second. VA3 JIC. VA3 JIC. Come on in.
Good evening, artist. Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey. Victor, this is Victor Alpha 3 Judy India Charlie. Well, thanks for taking my call. I just forgot your net was running tonight and just thought I'd drop in and say hello to all the folks on the net.
Roger. Well, we definitely appreciate you being out there and coming to say hello. Yeah, those things happen. It's the summertime. And that's what our topic was of the day. What do you do in the summertime that's not radio related? And a lot of people have been forgetting those nets. You know, they come home from work, those who are working or the ones that are not. They're doing things out in the yard, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Doing things with friends and family. I know a lot of my younger friends, their kids are getting ready to get out of school, so they're going to be doing things like that. So yeah, lots of stuff to do in the summer, and I think our summer's going to be short. I was telling everybody there, James, that I've been sitting around here in the Ottawa Cornwall area in a sweater, and I was at a convenience store earlier getting some gas, and almost everybody in there had a long sleeve shirt on, and it's the middle of June. Get out of here with that. July, August, September, October. We only have 4 more months of before it starts getting cold again. So we gotta get some heat over this way. We gotta have them send it from California our way. Thanks for being out there, James. While you're here, we have new people on the net tonight and some new hams. Could you tell them about your net? And well, before you do that, I'll tell them about my website. I do have a website, not a website like our friends that I was showing earlier. He has a really good website. But I have a Facebook group. So Facebook, Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. Just look for the call sign on Facebook, or just go to QRZ, type in Victor Alpha 3 Echo Whiskey Victor. It'll bring you to my QRZ webpage, and the links are there right on the top. All right, James. Also, thanks for posting your net on the webpage. Could you tell everybody about your net that's happening? It's on Saturdays, right?
Victor Alpha 3, EWB, Victor Alpha 3, Judy India Charlie. Indeed, it is on Saturday at 4 o'clock Eastern on hams over IP. Everybody's welcome. And for those new hams out there tonight, if anybody's interested, please feel free to contact me. You can look my call sign up on QRZ, or you can just email me at my call sign at gmail.com. One sec, please. Victor Alpha 3, Julie India Charlie returning. We'd be glad to have new people out there on our net, so it's on voice over IP. It's on the New Zealand link. So yeah, anybody wants information, please email me. If anybody's looking for those SIP phones, I do have a bunch of them. If people want to pay the shipping, you're welcome to have them. And again, Ernest, thank you so much. And if you don't mind, I will put that on your Facebook later today.
Yeah, knock yourself out. Knock yourself out. Thanks for being out there, man. Yeah, put it out there. If you guys want to post your links there, Victor Echo 7 Charlie Yankee or Robert does a lot of good posting about the satellite tracking. Thank you for that. There's a lot of sharing. I know Michelle has seen it. All the sharing that goes up on the site. So yeah, anything ham radio related, stick it up there. We have some new check-ins here. November Oscar Alpha Papa X-Ray and Kilo Echo 2 Charlie Victor Bravo. Before we lose y'all, let's go ahead and bring November Oscar Alpha Papa X-Ray. Just come in with your name, your QTH, how long you've been a ham, and what you're doing this weekend. Over.
November 0 Alpha Papa X-Ray here. Hello, Ernest. Name on this end is Andy. Alpha November Delta Yankee, I believe. I know I've talked to you before, for sure. Never been on your net, but we have came on your channel at one point and saw you running the net here and thought I'd pop in. So yeah, this weekend got some family stuff going on. You wondered how long I've been a ham. I've been a ham since 2023. I want to say it was about April of 2023, something like that. Anyway, yeah, so this weekend, I've got, like I said, the family stuff going on, and then other than that, probably working with my new 3D printer and packing and shipping some of my antennas that I'm selling. So, yeah, great to see y'all. If you do want to see my antennas, you can go to my website at zeroapx.com to look me up. If Alpha Papa X-ray back to net control.
Okay, hold the phone. Hold the phone. So you're making antennas and stuff out there. What's the website again? Let me bring it up so I can get you a shout out on the YouTube channel.
N0APX.com. November 0 Alpha Papa X-ray. N0APX.com. I call it the Instead Biscuit, the Instead Halfway, POTA, Parts on the Air, and Summits on the Air style antenna. Real quick and easy to wind up and unwind. And there's multiple models of these wind up antennas. They all kind of released around the same time. I was like in designing mine when another one released. But this one, it's all one unit. You don't need a screwdriver or anything to spool it out. You got a winder handle on it, just really simple and easy to use. So yeah, I appreciate you letting me give a shout out there. If you scroll down to my store, I can watch you on YouTube. Scroll down to the store section there. We've also got you can actually go into the store. There's videos on each individual model. I've got like 4 different. I've got 2 variations. A 40, 20, 15, and 10 model, and a 20, 15, and 10 model. You can go there. There's videos on there if you want to check them out. But like I said, I appreciate you letting me give it a shout out, Ernest. Back to that control.
Hey, I love the name. How about that Biscuit 20? Come on. I can't. Well, we're all good company here. I know I was saying, come on, my ham friends were like, oh, that guy's an 11-meter person. Yep. All day, every day. And I still have it in my car, and I still use it almost every day, too. But I love it. The Infed Biscuit 20. That's what I'm talking about, folks. You guys got to go see it. I'm going to throw that on my website, too. And Andy, I met him through WRL, and I use the heck out of that program. I've been away from POTA a little bit trying to get my CW on. But before I leave, I tell you what, that's the best planner to go out there and, because if you do roams like me, it's a time waster if you're out there at a park, then you go to another park and yada, yada, yada. So I plan all that stuff ahead of time and get it all set up. And I do it on my desktop computer, and I shut it all down. I pick it up in the field, pick up where I'm left off at. That stuff stays in the car there. Don't be trying to break in my car. And anyway, then I come back in the house after, just pick it up from there. Thank you, Andy, for being out there. And have a good rest of your day.
Thank you, Ernest. I really appreciate it. 7-3 from November 0 Alpha Papa X-ray.
And not only that, I have a lot of friends that are QRPers, and I saw that QRP antenna out there. I love this, and like you say, you can see you unwinding it there. That's one thing. I want to just pause for the calls right quick, but I'm going to come back because we have another person out there too. I'm going to come back and revisit that conversation because I'm telling you, when you do as many activations as I do, this looks like a godsend because one thing is just trying to get your equipment deployed quickly, right, and easily. And if you can just put that, tie it down one place and just walk with it, that's a time saver right there. Absolutely. Okay, let's see where we're at. I'm so excited tonight. Let me see. Hold on a second, folks. Let me go find out where I'm at. Okay. Yeah, Kilo Echo 2, Charlie Victor Bravo, come on in.
Kilo Echo 2, Charlie Victor Bravo, QH, Brooklyn, New York, 3 miles south of the Brooklyn Bridge. Good evening to the net. Good evening, Ernest. Hope all is well. You're a hard man to catch up with on FTA. I see you in there, man, but I'm a little guy, man. I'm working QRP FTA, so you might not get the signal. I think you got conditions southwest, not so much southeast or east or whatever the case may be, man. But glad to hear you guys on the net. November 0 Alpha Papa X-ray. I'm going to check that out. I am a QRPer. That's generally most of the time what I work. And this weekend, I'm going to be playing around with the Zygo 6200 has just hit my doorstep. I'm going to be playing around with my Yaesu FPF1X and whatever else I can put my hands on. Kilo Echo 2 Charlie Victor Bravo, Brooklyn, New York. Good evening and back to next.
Thank you so much. Like I say, caring and sharing. So I hope you guys have your pen and paper handy with all the call signs and the people that we're meeting. We have we have some good talent here. We have folks with ham over IP phones. We got folks that do satellite communication. We got folks out here making some Southern biscuits there, so you can go get your antennas. I love the name of that antenna. So that's from November 0, Alpha Papa X-Ray. At the end of the net, that's where we all can ask questions and stuff like that. So this is the perfect place to go. Usually nets are one-way traffic, or like not everybody can talk to each other, but we do a little differently here. So I'm at the bottom. I hope I haven't missed anybody. So what I'll do right now is just say, is there anyone that I have missed that wants to check in? Please come now. Okay, good. Okay, good. I did not miss anybody. Okay, now let's see if I can get this right here. We have on the air tonight, if you got your pen and paper handy, we have NX3F, Mr. Allen there. I want to see Mr. Allen in a swimsuit. I just got, you know what I'm saying? My titties are too big for that, so I can't get out there unless I had a bra on. So I'm out. Okay, we have NX3F out there. We have Mr. Jack. He may be gone there, but he may be still here. KG5. Oh, Mr. Allen is NX3F, everybody. Mr. Jack is Kilo Golf 5, Foxtrot India. Miss Michelle is Victor Alpha 3, Papa Zulu Alpha. We have the VE6 IDK repeater out there, the VE3 PGC repeater out there. We have Victor Echo 7, Charlie Yankee, Mr. Ray, Kilo Bravo 6, Juliet Foxtrot Lima, Mr. Robert that does satellite comms and all types of contesting, so can't put him in one bucket. Also, he has a heat wave over there if you need some warmth. Kilo 6, Oscar Echo X-Ray, Mr. Kenneth. Dale is there with us on YouTube, Whiskey 5 Delta Sierra Lima. And he also had his friend out there that was at the Polo Parks today, Mr. James there with the IP phones, Victor Alpha 3, JIC. Andy there, November Oscar APX with the antennas and the website that we were showing. And then Mr. Bryce with the QRP, Kilo Echo 2, Charlie Victor Bravo, and then me with the big mouth, Victor Alpha 3, Echo Whiskey Victor. Or as I like to say, Victor Alpha 3, Echo Whiskey Victor. Okay, it's open mic now. If anybody has any questions for anybody or any last words, please come now.
Victor Alpha 3, Julie India Charlie recheck.
Net recognizes Victor Alpha 3, Juliet India Charlie. Come on in.
Ernest, I just wanted to mention something you might be interested in. There is an app for the telephone, so you can get your hands over IP on your telephone now, sir. It is called ground wire. Same thing as hooking up your phone. You do it on your cell phone, so it is called ground wire. If you email or text me your number again for your hands over IP, after you're done the net, I will give you a call quickly so you can see how this works. Back to you, Ernest. Thanks so much.
Roger. Thank you for that. And also, thanks for being a repeat. Oh, there we go. Andy has his link out there, folks. www.n0apx.com. www.n0apx.com. Hey, look, I'm going to give me a couple of biscuits. I'm going to tell you now. I'm going to do it. I love it. I can't wait to be doing a video and say, well, I'm going to go out here with my my radio, and I'm going to throw my biscuit up in the tree and see what I can catch. I love that. Okay. All right. Anyone else wanting to have any comments or have questions for someone? Please come on in.
KB6JFL.
Net recognizes KB6JFL. Come on in.
Yeah, KB6JFL. Rob here in Bakersfield, and want to say hi there to Andy in 0ATX, and the beautiful job of the World Radio Wave there. Beginning to write that thing more and more all the time, and matter of fact, our local club, W6LIE, Kern County Central Valley Amateur Radio Club, I talked them into doing World Radio League for field day there. So, unfortunately, I'm not going to be around field day, I don't think, because I've got my grandson coming over to my house, and so we're going to do it here with World Radio League, and we're going to have 4 different apps going here, 4 different locals going for my side, but the World Radio League is the number 1 one there. So, other than that, we're looking forward to that there, field day there. So, and Ernest, on the weather, we won't cool down. We won't have sweater weather now until probably late November, early December. So,
Oh my goodness. I'm telling you. Hey, I also noticed that Andy has a Father's Day sale. So on his website there. So I'm gonna tell my family's coming over tomorrow to celebrate Father's Day with me because I have to work on Sunday. Also, we're celebrating me and the XYL's 25th year of marriage. So yeah, we've been like really happy and stuff like that, and really blessed to be spending 25 years there. So I told her I wanted something nice, and she told me she'll make sure all the kids are gone by 5 so I can take a nap. So there you go. Because that's good Father's Day to me. I like the kids to say hi and stuff, and then get the hell out so I can go to sleep. All right. Andy's got his Father's Day sale going up there. Okay. Anyone else want to have some final comments or talk to someone else on the net? Go ahead.
Yeah, sure.
NX3F also.
Okay, we have KG5FI and NX3F. Mr. Jack, come on in first, and then we'll pick up with Mr. Allen. Come on in, Mr. Jack.
Yes, this is KG5FI. I wanted to let Michelle know I sent her a quick email offering my advice with POTA equipment whenever the time comes, and I wanted to tell should be coming and possibly went to junk mail to maybe check that. And I think it was Michelle who talked about the rhubarb from a neighbor. Here in Texas, the rhubarb won't grow, and occasionally, like twice a year, our grocery store would get it, and we'll buy a bunch of it, and we bring it home, and we chop it up into little pieces and put it in the freezer for future use. I grew up in New York State, and boy, it was in our backyard, like she said, like a weed. So it was free there. But that's all, and y'all have a great Father's Day weekend. KG5FI, be clear.
Good evening. The time is 9 p.m.
Don't let that scare y'all that it's 9 p.m. We're having fun. Hey, Michelle, do you have any comments back? Over?
Well, KG5FI, this is VA3. Thank you so much. I did get your email, and I will read that when the net is finished. So I appreciate that so much. Thank you.
Hey, so I did not know that rhubarb is something that you couldn't grow in Texas and stuff like that. Had no idea. Just like you said, being in upstate New York there, which is just, right down from us there. I'm in, like I said, very close to Cornwall. So we're right by Messina, New York, in upstate New York. And I was living in Ottawa there for a long time. And man, we had the rhubarb. It just, you could cut it and you go back a couple weeks later and it's just, tall as hell. We had one just come. We were trying to do compost in the backyard. I think that thing got, oh my God, at least 3 foot tall, maybe more. And yeah, to have to buy rhubarb, we can't even give it away. I know my wife used to go, like we lived in a little community there in Canada North. It's like the Silicon Valley North here in Canada. And she cut long, like the stalks, and they weren't even hard enough, but like a good foot. And there were people that would come get it in the bags, and she would just chop it up, put it in the bags, and just give them away, right? Uh, Never heard about paying for rhubarb. Okay. All right. Anyone else wishing to come in with some crosstalk? Come on in.
Yeah, NX3.
Go ahead, Mr. Allen. Go ahead.
Okay, man, I'm steady here tonight. Oh my goodness gracious, long list. Definitely will check out Andy's website for sure. I want to say congratulations to Michelle on getting a ham ticket, and hope you enjoy. Oh man, it's so much here. Jack, I have a question for you. Um, um, well, I mean, can we take it off the net? I don't want to tie up the net. I just got a couple questions I want to answer. Go ahead.
Oh, Mr. Allen, the questions are for me. Over.
No, negative. They were KG5FI. I don't know if he's still in there or not.
This KG5FI. I'm in QRZ. You'd be welcome to if that would work.
Yeah, sure. I can do that. Yeah, I'll do that. I just got a couple questions I want to answer. No problem. No, I'll do that. Never, we won't tie up the net. Okay, back to you, Ernest. This is NX3F.
Roger. Not a problem at all. Anyone else wishing to make some contacts across the way? Please come now.
November 0 Alpha Papa X-ray.
Go ahead, Andy. Net recognized Andy. Go ahead, please.
Hey, Ernest, I came in late into the net, and I did not hear Michelle check in. Great that you just got your ticket. That's fantastic. I just wanted to let you know that I'm working with another YouTuber, Forrest KI7QCF, on a project called the Newly Licensed Hams Initiative. So if you've been licensed like a month or less, then I operate 25% discount on anything I'm selling on my website. So feel free to send me an email if you're interested in buying one of my antennas, and I'll get you a killer deal on it.
Michelle, did you copy that? Did you copy that over?
Hello. Yes, I did. Thank you so much. I will look into that. I'm scribbling down notes here tonight and trying to be fast enough to catch everyone's call signs. But yeah, thank you so much, Andy. I will definitely 100% check that out. Beatrice, you said A.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. It's all about making connections here. I always tell y'all at the beginning of the net, have your pen and paper ready. Get ready to copy those call signs down and stuff like that, because I'm telling you, we're no boring net over this way. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you so much, Andy. Hey, look, my license might look a little what do you call it? Photoshopped. Oh, goodness gracious. If you see me sending my thing in, Andy, and it looks pretty Photoshop, you'll know what the deal is. Just ignore it, okay? All right. Anybody else want to have some cross traffic, or they heard something they wanted to ask about? Come on in.
Yeah, I got something else I want to say. This is NX3F. In reference to the rhubarb conversation, that's interesting because of when I was a kid, I lived in New England, and we
Yep, I don't know how y'all did it. The kids here, they would just go out there with a thing of salt, or was it sugar? Maybe it was sugar. I don't know. But I just looked at them, right? I was like, huh. But they also eat ramen noodles with no water or nothing either. They just take out the packs and just eat the noodles. That's the funny thing about Canadians. So, do you eat the rhubarb with salt, or do you eat it with sugar? Michelle, have you ever heard of that? Over.
Oh, Morty, Ernest, no, not with salt. You go out, when we were kids, we would sneak into the kitchen, steal some sugar, white sugar, and then go out to the garden and break off some rhubarb stalks and dip them in the sugar. But oh my goodness, no! I'm picturing like dipping your rhubarb in your bag of salt and just that would be terrible. So it was definitely sugar.
All right, Roger, Roger. Hey, I don't know. I just looked at the stuff, and like they said, it's like weeds. You couldn't get rid of it. It always bounces back. It grows back every year by itself, if I'm not mistaken. All right, the mic is open to anyone else that wants to have some traffic. Please come on in. Okay, that silence is golden. I do put all the call signs up on the Facebook group, and I put them in the comments, just the call sign only, no names on the YouTube there. I hope you guys have had some excellent things and learned something new tonight, or made some, or will be making some new friends, all that good stuff like that. Want to just get a shout out to everybody that's been here tonight. Really blessed to have all you guys coming out every Friday and making this a fun time. So we're gonna just mention again VE7CY. Check out his website there. Okay. VECY.com. Check out Andy's website. That's in the links in there. It's N0APX.com. We're going to check out the Facebook group because we're going to have some folks, James there, putting up his net for Saturday. And there's a lot of things going on here. All right, you guys have a great evening, and we'll see everyone next time. And for those of you that are on YouTube, as we always do, not on the net, but on the YouTube, we will go out with a song tonight. And I have one called Big E's Barbecue, because that's what we're going to be doing tomorrow at my house. So I make those ham radio songs and stuff like that. So for all of you that are on the YouTube, or if you finish, just look for VA3EWV, and you'll see my playlist, and I have what's called Big E's Beats. Okay. Everybody have a great Father's Day weekend. 7-3 to all. To all, good night. Okay, let's get the Big E's Barbecue going. I need some volume first, I guess. So let's get some volume on here. Okay, yep, I can hear the volume. So let's knock it out with the Big E's Barbecue. Here we go.
On the airwaves, inviting you to the show. Calling all my friends out to my barbecue, let's go. Sue's got the grill hot, burgers and sunshine. Come on, don't say no.
All right, folks, there you go. Have a good evening and a good weekend, everyone. Thanks for joining us out there. We had 7 people on the web tonight. We had a host of people on the net tonight. I think it was upwards of 15 people. Very blessed to have everybody out there. We'll see y'all next time. And 7-3 to everybody. 7-3.